Okay guys, Boruto episode 59. Do you want me to do weekly reviews? Because if a lot of you want me to, I will start doing them. Anyway, Shinki acting like a stoic and serious character really helps the tone of Boruto, since I know a lot of memes and people complain that Boruto doesn't have high stakes at the moment. At least Shinki is playing his role and doing it right. The way he talks, acts and dominates his powers on all the weak dudes, it just seems refreshing to me. 娘の無残な負け方を披露するのは心苦しいな。
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown.
And hey guys, is it just me or is Rock Lee seem a lot skinnier now since he got older? His proportions don't seem the same, man. I love Rock Lee and how he is in the original Naruto and what he represents, how the ordinary dude can become great things. But it's just something I noticed lately in the episodes. Anyways, cutting to the chase of the fights, Shinki having a KK Genkai, which is magnet release, combined with the training from Gaara and his uncle Kankuro, he uses Iron Sand, and Cho-Cho didn't really stand a chance. I love Shinki's character personally. He reminds us of how Gaara is and how he became as an adult, but Shinki still has a flawed ideology just like Gaara did when he was a child, and that makes sense since Shinki is ignorant and a 12-year-old. This can only mean one thing, right? Boruto or Sarada bust out some whoop ass on this boy and correct him in the future with character development. Shinki needs to be humbled by the overpowered main character, bitch!
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Honestly though, the animation on Shinki's coat and the way his jutsu work is great. It's something I've complimented before. I like the sound design behind it. I noticed these small details because you have to go balls deep, right? And I think that's one reason I like his character too. His whole design is cool to me. Cho-Cho on the other hand seems to be like a character that has split the Boruto fanbase. I tend to be on the side that actually likes her character. I obviously don't like the fact that she's always eating in every single scene that she's in, because you know that doesn't really make sense if you want to become a healthy ninja, right? Look what happened to our sweet uncle.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
But I do like Cho-Cho. She's funny and has witty responses, and how blunt she is. She provides a new dynamic and brings things out of characters that other characters and people wouldn't. Like, she always points out the obvious to Sarada, for example, that she clearly cares for Boruto and likes him, and you know, pokes fun at that. Cho-Cho provides like a different and positive outlook and is blunt and pretty much says what she's thinking, and I can relate with that, so that's what I like about her. I like the comedy relief she provides. She admits Shinki is handsome, so you guys pretty know that ship has already sailed with those two guys. The fight between Shinki and Cho-Cho is pretty funny because the power balance is so different. I mean, if you think about it, Shinki hasn't even moved a muscle. He only used his chakra. He even says he doesn't control his powers or use discretion, and I like that because he's basically saying, I don't follow the anime trope and this bitch. You know, he doesn't go 100% later. I'm gonna finish you off now because you're so weak and it's a waste of time. And the funny thing is, Gaara is watching the whole time as a Kage, and he's seeing him say these things and he's like, I'm okay with this. That's my son. That's my boy. Nah, I'm kidding, but you guys know that's slightly low-key true. We also finally got some backstory of how Gaara came to adopt Shinki. I know I did a video on it already, check it out after this, but it was essentially the same suffering Gaara was going through, I think. Every human being, especially a kid, just wants to be acknowledged and loved by others, right? Gaara being the one that can understand Shinki with the same power is nice and simple, and it was cleared off within 10 seconds. At least the animators cared enough to give us some context to this, which is great. They didn't wait till later or provide the context too late for Shinki's character for us to not give a shit or for it to be anticlimactic. This also explains why Shinki is overpowered compared to everyone, since he basically uses Iron Sand, which I presume is more powerful than regular sand Goron uses, obviously. And when Goro was originally in Naruto at a similar age, he was completely overpowered compared to the other characters. So Shinki displaying the same attitude and prowess over the others makes sense. Shinki seems to be a prodigy for the Sand Village, and he may be stronger than Gaara in the future if logic takes place. Even Konohamaru mentions it in the episode that his Iron Sand may excel Gaara, so they are setting up Shinki's character to be of importance in the future. Another thing I noticed was the soundtrack playing in the background. It was better this time round. I liked what was playing during the fight at around 7 minutes. The one after that, it was just too generic. As I said, the music in Boruto is generic as hell, and it needs a little bit more spice, a little bit more je ne sais quoi going on. I guess Boruto is finally changing its tone and transitioning to a more serious anime, and since I read the manga, I'm really glad for it because it really has a dark tone after Momoshiki, since the new gen get hit with like a truck of what reality is like for a shinobi. Naruto and Shikamaru were pretty much best buds and close when they were children if you look deeply into who Naruto as a child hung out with, and so Shikadai is basically playing a similar role with Boruto and they are best friends. I don't know why they showed Boruto getting kinda jealous that Shikadai's parents told him not to lose, but now that I think about it and did a few analysis, Boruto is a very competitive dude, and to the point that he decides to cheat. Boruto's own family didn't even bother to visit him, and it's weird of Hinata and Himari not to do that, and to be honest, Naruto should have sent a clone at least, because in the original chunin exams, if you think about it, Naruto was wishing everyone good luck to literally every fight, so it's not like Naruto doesn't know what his son might be feeling. So being in Boruto's position and mindset, I actually do understand his character and the jealousy, since his hatred for expectation that everyone has of him and the position he's in to be the way he is. He wants acknowledgement so desperately from a loving role model that he drives him to cheat to win the whole exam to meet everyone's expectations and force his dad to praise him. It's not like people in real life don't suffer from similar situations. Jordan Peterson explores the psychological and sociological tendency in children with father issues in his lectures, and it pretty much sums up Boruto's character flaw with the writers and how they've implemented it into the anime. Just look at the fight between Shikadai and Boruto. I like both characters, especially Shikadai since he follows the same tree of Shikamaru, being super intelligent. That means he's probably going to bring us some unique fights in the future due to the strategy he uses. But Shikadai is essentially one of the catalysts to Boruto's fall from grace due to his intellect and strategy, which forces Boruto to become the cheater. Shikadai is probably one of the only characters that will bring this situation within Boruto. That's why the writers chose him. This whole arc is gonna redeem Boruto in the end and finally follow the manga, where we can all start getting hyped of what's to come, since Boruto is gonna learn from these mistakes and say sorry to his dad. Naruto will finally admit that he is proud and wants Boruto to succeed after Momoshiki, right? Because he obviously is jealous when he thinks Shikadai won. But I guess like Naruto doesn't do what he's supposed to do as a father because he didn't have a family when he grew up. He subconsciously thinks Boruto already has a family figure, so there's no need for him to see them that often. It shows that Naruto as a character can still develop in Boruto even though he's older. There's kind of like a parallel between Boruto and Naruto if you think about it. At this point, Naruto was still so hated and he tried so hard for little acknowledgement, and he still defeated his opponents. How will Boruto react when everyone resents him with looks of scorn after being so loved for so long and he cheated? He obviously feels regret, and Shikadai's character development was great with what he feels about loss. I actually like that whole team with Moegi, to be honest. Anyways, you know, that's just my analysis and my opinion at Boruto at the moment. I hope you agree, and if you don't, let me know why in the comment section below of what you think is going on right now. So as always, make sure to subscribe, and do you think I should do weekly reviews? Hit the like button and obviously follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you next time.